Hello everyone, I am Malaceo. Welcome to my channel. Please like, subscribe, and share. For this video, I'm going to be talking about my face analysis specifically and incorporating my makeup philosophy with what they told me. So join me for the rest of this video. Please like and subscribe. And feel free to visit my website for all other information about me. I have a storefront of everything that I have with me with my travels. Link is in the description. So one thing with the style analysis is that they told me how I am honestly perceived. So this is something that sort of caught me off guard because I wasn't really thinking about it or even wondering about how I was necessarily perceived. It was all about me and what I thought of myself and things like that. And it was cool to be like, I'm being perceived as like very cool, edgy, and also just like colorful, vibrant type of energy. And I was like, I thought that I was something else, but it also helps you understand that what your femininity is, and there's different archetypes of femininity also. So I was trying to fit into this aesthetic where I was told that this aesthetic is more feminine versus me highlighting myself and things that I've already like with me being in my feminine energy. And I was like, all of this just resonates with what I already liked, but I was over here I'm so happy I did it. I'm so happy I did the whole color and style analysis because it was a lot of vindication for me. It was stuff that I already liked and I was already gearing towards, but I was trying to be, you try to find yourself, especially when you get out of situations and stuff like that. And there's just different ways and different nuances to it. So I was very happy. And I'm like, girl, I don't have to get that far to get to where I'm going. I'm already pretty much there. Thank you. I don't have to do too much. So with this, it's also a fresh, clean type of aesthetic and not like the girl, because I swear when it's a trend, there's like a hyper fixation on things. When I say clean, I am not talking about the muted colors or the super hyper veganism. Like, I want to live my life to the best of my ability. I want to glow, be clean, like even to the point that I want to smell what I look like. If I look very peachy, I want to smell like peaches, like stuff like that. Like, I want this very nice, clean, earthy, airy feel and vibe to me. Like, I want to be like, she looks like a goddess that just emerged out of a dragon fruit. That's the kind of clean aesthetic that I want. Okay, like that's cute. Resonating out of a dragon fruit, like the fairy fruit. That might be a good little catch. A fairy fruit. Angel, you're welcome. But yes. So it's also that in being perceived and being comfortable within, even like your personality type. So yeah. So for the other part of this video, the next section, best eye makeup placement techniques. So I do have almond-shaped eyes. And you can also, you can see it. I have hooded eyes, eyelids. So far as placing eyeshadow, like from like the bottom up, I do more of focusing on color gradients from in to outward. So this could be like dark, medium color, super light, or shimmery, metallic, and there's different variations of doing things and stuff like that to that nature. But that's more of my overall focus. And even when adding color, like, you don't need too much, like, at least for me and in my opinion, because a lot of like how I have my nails on a regular basis, my jewelry, my shades, my hats, my scarves, they're going to be cutting even hair accessories and stuff like that, they're going to be carrying a lot of the weight when it comes to color and pattern. That's going to be more of my overall focus when it comes to that. Some people focus more on a more minimalistic look, but they're very dramatic with their makeup. And for me, it's going to be a little bit more on the opposite end. So even continuing talking about makeup, because of my facial features, and I already come off, and she was saying you already come off very cool, edgy, even like more like athletic or even sporty. Like she's like, you still can tweak it to be a little more high class, where you're a little bit more elegant and stuff like that. And even pairing like what, like men's silhouettes, like some of the button up shirts with the collars and stuff like that. She's like, it's already in your essence of having some type of balanced masculine energy with your feminine energy. So she's heavy contouring can also add this dramatic effect to you, which she's like, it's fine if that's what you're trying to go for. But she's like, you want to captivate your facial features that you already have and pretty much showcase. And she's like, because she was talking about, like my jawline. And she's like, a lot of things, even like how my hair shapes my face and stuff like that, it's pretty much it's already there for you. And she's like, you don't have to hide anything, or mask anything when it comes to, your face. She's like, it's, highlighting your facial features and upplaying your features and things like that. So I was like, I can do that. I can do that. And I don't necessarily feel like, or ever felt like contour was actually my thing. And the funny thing about it, my face, you can see it. Forehead is darker. My cheeks are always lighter. And even when I put a skin blur tint, so here's the thing. When I put like a skin blur tint in things like a tinted lip gloss, you can see, when you're looking at me, it does add the dimensions. I do have on concealer under my eye, but my cheeks are lighter, and a lot of the areas that people do try to highlight and make lighter is naturally lighter on my face. So all of this area is naturally, for me, lighter. So I don't have to do that much. I just want to bring all the color of my face to the same head, like to sort of smooth it out. And even like with my lips, I do have that line that is like natural, even like up here. It even like it adds dimension, and me putting on like full coverage is going to flatten my face out. So I don't, at least for me, I feel like I don't need to do that much. I just need to balance some things out or add color to my lips to make them pop and accentuate a little bit better. I mean, I could put on the full face and do all the stuff, but like the contouring and all that other stuff, I mean, it's never really been for me. Even if I did do a contour, it'll be real high up here. And like I said, I no highlight or nothing. I'm just oily. So like even like my jawline and stuff, like I might put something darker like up under here, but that shadow, because my chin is so predominant, is going to be there anyway. So yeah, all right, I struck my chord. I'm happy with how I look, and like I said, it was a lot of vindication when I did this, you know what I'm saying? So we get into this less is more philosophy. So yes, you have the everyday makeup and all that other stuff, but I think it's also a really good thing, especially to play with makeup. Like I've seen like when people do like, even for example, if you have like 2 shades of red and one is darker than the other, and you put it on your upper lip and a lighter one on the bottom lip, and you outline it and stuff like that. Like I love stuff like that. Once I have a closet and space, I will be doing that, okay? Especially when it's time to go out. If I'm doing something like more muted and stuff, face beat to the gods. But I will mostly, for me, I will be focusing on lips. If I'm not focusing on lips, I will be focusing on eyes to have like this popping factor, because my face, my whole face is the look. For me, my whole face is the look. This rareness is the look, Okay. So even when it reminds me of like, girl, it's gonna age me, but like when Jackie, Ina, and Naomi Campbell did like a collaboration video, and Naomi was like, I think she said she was able to get in and out of the door at like, I mean, like do her makeup and leave. I think she said like less than 10 minutes for sure. I might be stretching it and saying at 5. But and then Jack was like, no, you know, you gotta bake and you gotta blah blah blah. And she looked at her like, no, like when you're beautiful, you don't need to do all of that. And like low key, high key, some people was like, oh, that's a slight to her. I don't think that was a slight to her. Like the way she looked at her, and I think it was more of, you're beautiful. You don't need to do that. It's one thing you want to do that. You want to play up. You want to do all the things. Then do that. But you don't need to do that. You see what I'm saying? You don't need to do that. So even with that, embracing your natural bone structure, embracing, because girl, people used to talk about my chin. I was like, I don't have a head bum, girl. I got enough chin. I'm cleft chin, okay? like look how from the tip of my chin, that's a lot of chin, honey, to my neck, all of, like very predominant chin, you know, high cheekbones, like even when like I smile and things like that, like, you know, my nose, my lips, like, to be honest, like I really do like my face. I really do. And now that like my skin is clear and like cleared up, like I do got like a pimple right here about to come on my cycle. For the girls that know, you know, she ain't gonna be here for long. But anyway, I digress, because you know, because y'all would be like, oh, she having clickbait. She don't even talk about what she's, my mind be going everywhere, okay? And then I have to make these videos and do this type of stuff. Like practice makes perfect. They said go out there and make that video. That's what I'm doing. Okay? God. So yes, my key message overall, and I said this in my beginning of my color analysis / style analysis video series, you'll have beautiful features. Nobody looks like you. And especially us coming out of this age where people look alike and people look so alike, or even with like, I'm not gonna say, but like certain cultures where they're like, you know, a lot of surgery, and you get people who do for real look alike. Like the US went through that. This other place and other places like it's like they're going through it, and like there's so much uniqueness in your beauty, the way you are, even scientifically, when you're conceived, the best things to make you be able to survive is what's picked through both your parents, if everything goes right. Because some of y'all, I don't know. Anyway, I'm talking about like mentally, but like, because I'm crazy. But especially like physically, it chooses what is going to make you survive throughout your genetics. Like there's no, nature-wise, there's no more of a perfect version of you that could have been created. It's just what it is naturally. And things that you do to enhance yourself versus being something else, you want to be the best you, not something else. You want to be the best you. And you like yourself, you love yourself, you just want to be the best you, not something else, okay? So that's like, you know, that conversation with like makeup, hair, all of this stuff. And I try to keep it more on a spiritual end, because that's like, I feel like when you make it political and all this other stuff, it still is bringing out your experience and how you're supposed to feel about yourself, and turning it about, you know, somebody else or another group of people, or how somebody else sees you. And to be honest, if everybody worked on themselves and minded their own business, and even like self-governed themselves, like as an individual, 99% of the problems in the world will not exist. Because you will never be bored if you was working on yourself. Just saying. So this is the end of this video. I will see you guys next week. Hopefully y'all like my little talks and stuff like that. Hopefully you get the energy, you get the vibe. Be like, okay, I like what she's saying. Like, subscribe. Also give me comments and give me feedback on what you like. And that's another thing, because this is my channel, my community. One of my pet peeves, because I used to work as like an interior designer, I do not like it when people cannot tell me what they like by telling me what they like. You tell me what you like by telling me what you don't like. That's not constructive criticism, that's criticism. And when I say that, for example, I asked this one lady, I was doing this kitchen design, and she wanted this $80,000 kitchen, right? She was certain she wanted an $80,000 kitchen. But I'm like, with the square footage and the stuff, I'm like, lady, I don't think you're going to reach that. I mean, as far as the kitchen, we haven't talked about the appliances, but I'm like, she was adamant about spending on cabinetry and countertops. With her square footage, and we like in a Philly area, child. Okay, no things. In a row home, those kitchens is small, like real small. So I was like, well, what do you like? Like, what do you want? And she's like, well, I don't want this. I can't stand the navy blue. I don't like the two-tone kitchens. I'm like, but what do you want? It is not just her, but it was a whole bunch of people. It's a whole bunch of people. So me speaking this into existence, hopefully it can have certain people be more open when I'm speaking this, manifesting, certain people to come in. I'm not saying for it to be an echo chamber, or like I'm asking you to tell me what you want. But some people can't tell you what they want without telling you what they don't want. And I ask you what you don't want. What do you want? So yes, I will see y'all next week. Okay, bye.